Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is the morning of our last day of our vacation. So I woke up and watched the new episode of The Real Housewives of Miami, had my date bar, had my Celsius, and it was supposed to rain, so we were just gonna hang out anyway. We hadn't done that all week. We didn't sleep in late the whole entire week. So we were just taking advantage of the hotel and stayed in bed till like 9:30 or 10. And then we got up and got ready to check out. And we took the stuff down to the car in the parking garage, and you can actually stay parked in there all day for 24 hours. And then we took off downtown, which, like I said in the last video, it's just a walk to downtown from the hotel. And of course, we happened upon this cute pink coffee shop. I didn't need coffee. I actually had my energy drink a couple hours before, but I'm used to drinking those kind of back to back anyway. So I was like, why not? We're here. Let me try this place. I do not know how to pronounce it. Maybe you do. Yeah, I have no clue. But anyways, it's the cutest thing ever. The guys there were so nice. My mom doesn't drink coffee. She never tried it before. She tried it here. Of course, she didn't like it. They made it more milk-based, but it was not them. It was her. She just is not a coffee drinker, but my coffee was amazing, and I gave them an extra big tip because they helped her out and helped her kind of decide a coffee. But it was so good. I think I got something like cinnamon brown sugar-ish. I don't know. So we take a couple steps down, and of course, I didn't see not one, but two crystal shops side by side. So of course, I had to go in. I meant to go back to one of them and get this like onyx fruit. It was in the shape of a fruit, and it was so heavy. And then I forgot to go back before we left. So I don't know. I guess I have to live without it. But these shops are just like right up my alley, and there's so many shops down there. And it ended up not raining on us. It was the perfect day. So yeah, we went in here first. Oh my gosh, that thing was huge and it was expensive. Come to find out, they had two more sizes that were like doable. I think the smallest one was maybe like $30, maybe, I'm not sure. But this store, these napkins, whoever makes these quotes, they need a raise, because sometimes you read stuff and it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. These were hilarious. Like I couldn't stop reading them. And like my mom would pick one up and be like, ha ha ha, and then I would read it, and then I would pick another one up and be like, look at this. And they have them in coasters, and I didn't buy anything, but I just had to take a video because I could relate to a lot of them, and they were really funny and really cute. And of course, we went to a bunch of the clothing stores, and just everything that they have down there is just really neat. Okay, so then we went into this giant general store, and I am so not a owl and horse print kind of gal. It's not the type of clothes that I wear, but I can't pass up a general store. They had a lot of outdoor brands too, Patagonia and stuff, but woodsy vibes, if you will. But they had some food things in the back and kids' toys, of course. They had jewelry, they had everything. So then we went to this store, which is called Dress Up, and I tried on a bunch of clothes. I ended up getting 3 things that I loved from here. So the first thing that I tried on was this tube top, and they only had it in a size large, and I was trying to make it work because I love the color, but it was just way too big. Couldn't make it work. I also tried on a skirt that was kind of off a button. I don't know if that was like a mismatch with them. It was leopard print. I did get this cardigan though. And I did get this red sweater coming up in a haul. I absolutely love this red sweater and the flower detail on the buttons. And then I got this flared sleeve shirt. So yeah, I got a few things from there. I'm trying to think if I bought anything else that I didn't show. I don't think so. Anyway, you got to watch my haul. It's coming up pretty soon. I show everything that I got during my whole trip and all of the days down there. So then we were walking around, and we ended up going into a couple more places and a bookstore. And then someone mentioned, because we were asking for places to eat, and someone said Ink and Ivy would be a good place. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. It was so cool. I love all of the colors. I love the chairs in there. I ended up getting a chicken sandwich. It was very good. Once again, 10 out of 10. I'm not really that hard to please, and I'm not like that picky of an eater. So unless something's like terribly wrong, I wouldn't not give a place 10 out of 10, but this was really cool. I like their bathroom too. So yeah, you got to check that out, Ink and Ivy. And of course I had to go into Anthropologie because I don't have an Anthropologie where I live, so I didn't buy anything from there, but I just love that store anyway. We continued to walk. We went into this really cool place. So they had stuff like this. It was like crazy. Where they got this from, I don't know. A lot of this stuff was for sale, way out of my budget, but it was like fossilized, or like that was a real bat. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but if you're into that and you're in the market for buying a real bat in a picture frame, then this is the place to go. Actually, I don't think I took a picture of the name of this place, but yeah, all these bugs, all these weird things, and as long as it's in a little frame, I'm cool with it, but it is really gross. They had crystals that were way out of my price range, and I'm sure the guy was like, here we go, because I was just in there filming, and he knew probably that I wasn't going to buy anything. But anyways, I like that store. It was something different, and we continued to walk around. And earlier I said that we went to a bookstore. This is the bookstore that we went into, so either I'm thinking out of order or I put these clips in out of order. But yeah, we looked around in this bookstore, kind of like a, I don't know, just a chill little place. It was all muddy. I wanted to take pictures of this, and they were doing construction, so all the water was muddy, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, we just walked around a little bit longer, and then we decided to call it a day because it was like a 2.5 hour drive home where I live from Greenville, South Carolina. And so we were pretty tired and wanted to get home before it got too dark so we could unpack and everything. So we just wrapped it up after this. But I did go into a vintage store, and this was really cool. So I like the vibes in there and the guy that owned it. And it's kind of like hidden. If you're not looking for it, you won't see it. My mom stopped to get a drink somewhere, and I saw the sign for it. There's always a loud car whenever I'm doing a voiceover. It just never fails. I didn't buy anything from here. I did see a lot of cool vintage shirts that I liked, but they didn't fit. They were like way too big to even work. They were mostly like men's shirts. And of course, I had to go back to one of these things because why not? The first time, the one that I filmed, it didn't give me a little ticket. Like, it told me my fortune, but it didn't give me a ticket. And so this is just a ride back home. So that pretty much wraps up this video. It was a pretty quick video. That this is going to be all of the travel series. So next after this, I'm going to post a haul video. So be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be like a week after this one uploads. So yeah, just love the mountain view going the way back home. It was a nice drive. It didn't rain on us or anything. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.